So hey everybody, Rhonda Boyle. I am so glad to be here with y'all. And if you would like to get us started by popping in your top talents into the chat box, the reason I do this, and I'm going to put mine in there too, the reason I do this is because I want you to get used to the terms. Communication activator. And I'm putting a few extra in there
Okay.
because I go down a little farther.
Miss Sandy, have you taken this test yet?
No, I
Okay.
haven't done anything. I've just kind of been out.
Okay, so this is a test called Strengths Finders. We'll give you the link and you can kind of listen, but Rhonda can tell you kind of what it is and why it's important. And then after this,
great.
you can take it. Okay.
I will. Thank you.
So it is an assessment, and it's about 60 years old. I don't have the exact day. It was written in created in the 1950s by a man named Donald Clifton. And it identifies how you are naturally gifted. Now, when you get to our age, you already know kind of what your strengths and your weaknesses are. And what you probably have never stopped doing is trying to fix yourself. I think most of us end up in that situation where we're trying to get better at certain things. And if you've ever been in like a corporate performance review, they spend 5 minutes telling you how amazing you are, and then the next 40 minutes telling you what you got to fix about yourself, right? It's very uncomfortable. And have you ever gotten better at that stuff? No, you have not. And that's because those things that you struggle with are outside of your natural wiring. If you want to think about it this way, you automatically do certain things. Dana, you automatically fly up at 100,000 feet and see all sides of a problem. The issue is the rest of us don't believe you. Right? I mean, we don't believe you can see. And so because we can't see what you see, you have to start bringing it down, girl. You flying high up there with your strategic, and the rest of us can't see it. Right? Look at us, you and I, we share 3 of our top 5. Isn't that fun? So you really kind of feel me, don't you?
Do.
So
absolutely do. I absolutely
you guys are similar. Okay, cool.
Oh yeah. So we are both busy about it without planning. We jump right in. And we have woo, which is winning others over. So we love people. We are the people. And we talk a lot.
Beautiful. I love it. And then we have
type ladies irritate me.
Say again. Oh, I'm sorry.
And then we have Miss Sue. Welcome, Sue. Letty, were you able to take your test? And we have Miss Betty. Miss Betty, have you taken your test yet?
No, ma'am. No, ma'am, I have not.
So, Susan, if you can put the link down in below, hopefully I can woo y'all into taking it. Otherwise, I'm going to turn it over to Dana and let Dana woo you into taking it.
Oh, do it, Dana. Woo them for a minute.
Because this assessment, it really gives you amazing insight to where your sweet spot is. Okay, it's the place where your genius lives. And so the more you learn about it, the more you know about yourself and how. It's the how. It's not just who you are, it's how you operate best. Okay, and once you understand this and you really start living it and you start learning it, and that's not fast. Like it takes some time, and it takes immersion, which is what Susan and I are doing here. We're coming here every week, and I think we're going to change the date so more of you can come. But when you learn more about this, then you start to slowly shift your life a little bit. Can I tell you, I have not balanced my checkbook in 40 years. Some of you are scandalized. Where are the analytical people? You're scandalized by that, right? But guess what? My husband does all that. I had to marry to go get me some analytical and some numbers because they just make me
I
insane.
didn't.
I'm never getting better at it. You know what I'm saying? So I have been able to reposition myself and go marry me somebody to do my books. I'm kidding, right? I married him for other reasons.
That's right. That's right.
But over time, right? Let me tell you a story about that, okay? So we were first married, and within the first 2 years of our marriage, I lost 3 checks out of the checkbook. I kid you not. Lost 3 of them. And you know what he did? He made me take care of the bills for the next 15 years. For the next 15 years, he made me write the checks and record everything, and I hated it. And guess what? During that 15 years, we had to close 3 bank accounts because I messed it up so bad. So the point here is I never, ever, after 15 years, got better. It was only after I took this assessment and he saw how low my analytical, who has analytical in the room? Anybody high in analytical? If you have analytical high, you love the numbers, you love the charts, you love the graphs, you love the data. Listen, I get lost on all that. You do not want me managing the bank account. This is what he learned after taking the StrengthsFinder assessment. And guess what I get to do? I don't have to deal with it at all. And you know what? Let me just say, I trust him to do that because he has, the evidence is there that he has the natural giftedness and the natural talent to do that. Okay. So can the test be put in the chat? Betty is asking for it. It's, if you'll scroll up, Betty, it's about 4 things up. And Dana, Dana, you feel me, don't you? Okay, so here's the thing. You guys have a new system coming in. Is that what we're talking about, Susan?
Yeah, so we have a new system coming in. We have a new app. This app is for you if you're at a lull, you've went through your warm market. This is for you. This is not for your brand new people. Do not get your brand new people sidetracked on them. I was just on the phone right before this and with a lady that's been in the business. She sold about 90 boxes of drops. She's probably been in the business 45 to 60 days, and she is rocking it out still. She's talking to people. She's trying to convert her drop customers. We don't want her getting sidetracked on this app. She is doing the system of growth. So we want to keep the system. But I've been in the business for 19 months, right? I've went through my warm market. So I've started doing this new system. It's basically just a checklist of different posts that we do on social media daily. And I have started getting people reach out to me that never. Lori, do you have any feedback yet? Lori's good at Facebook. And I know Demita, who is on part of Lori's team, sold 3 new boxes of drops to people she had never even known. So
Wow.
I wanted Rhonda to take a look at this and say, I want you to look at this training. I am not a trainer, you guys. Like, somebody said Monday night, you seem completely manic trying to train us on this. And I had people collapsing in the floor on our team. We had a lot going on, but I'm not really a trainer. Like, I am amazing with once we have a system, like the system of growth, you guys know I can rock it out. I can help you with 3-way calls. I can do all that. But when it comes to implementing something new, maybe I'm not the best person. Maybe somebody like Dana. See, Dana, I'd love to hear a little bit of feedback. Dana was at our retreat in Virginia. Dana, how was StrengthsFinders like valuable for you or for us with our language or anything you want to contribute? One thing that was valuable for me was I knew that Dana was an accountant. I knew that she had activators, so she was going to get stuff done fast. She had a numbers brain. And so we were like, can somebody put together a spreadsheet that tells us what everybody's strengths are, what their top talents are? She had this cranked out in like 10 minutes. I was like, where did you come from? And so we would have never even known we had somebody that had those kind of talents until we understand. So our vision for this, you guys, is Rhonda has trained a lot of different people in network marketing. and it gives us a language. So anything that we can duplicate, say, oh, I know you're an activator. You're going to run with this idea. Let's make this happen, kind of things. Or if somebody has a strength called responsibility, they feel responsible for the team. So Shannon was at my retreat, and I say to Shannon, she's got responsibility and a strength called significance. So she wants to feel significant. And I looked at her, I said, you and Tiffany's the only people on my line too. You got to step up, girl. Like there's nobody here but y'all. She took that and she ran with it, you guys. She was getting 3-way calls. She was like, now I'm responsible. Now I feel significant. And you guys, her business like exploded. I was like, oh my gosh. So I've seen these powerful things with working with Rhonda. So this is worth your time to invest in yourself, because Rhonda is a coach. Like we drug her out of retirement. I'm like, come on, girl, you're going to help us work. So back to you, Dana. What's a little tiny bit of feedback? And then we can kind of go into kind of the app and what ideas Rhonda has to make us successful with it.
Yeah, no, thank you. So, for me, there's a couple things, and one of them, I think I'm more me as a person, like with the Strengths Finder, more balanced, like across the different areas, right? There's really 4 main areas, and I think I have 3 of those in my natural top 5. But what I realize is, even though I don't have analytical high up on mine, is like I was fascinated by the data to put us together, because what I see, and I think partially because of my job before, like we are really strong in lots of things, but execution is not our strength in our team. And right. And so even in my own self, like that's my thing, like that execution, that I get bored with it. Like I want to go win somebody new over. I don't have time to like do the basics. And so I say that to you because me personally, I don't like that stuff. I just don't. And I have my little checklist. I try to write it down. I try to be consistent. But guess what? You give me the app and it tells me I got to go do this workflow every day. I can do that. And so for me, like I feel like it was like, hey, getting to a reminder of who you really are, right? Because we all actually need to live in our strengths more than we do. And I used to get hung up on all the things I wasn't, right? And I just need to stop getting hung up on that stuff and go find somebody who is my opposite that can help me, because those people, and I think Shannon gave amazing examples when we were at your house about relationships and stuff. Those people who drive you crazy sometimes, or you can't get along with, they literally are your opposite. And if you start working together, you guys can really thrive. So for me, it's just the data of understanding where we all fall. And then I think it helps us in where we can work together. And then the app brings in things for people like me who gets lost in the mundane and the monotony of the day-to-day work. I'm like, oh, but I can do these things. It's just like 8 things or whatever. You open up the app and you just go to town, you check it off, and then
and there's people like you that's not only doing the app. On the app, you guys, you can collect coins. So you get coins, and then when you get a certain amount of coins, you get to spin the wheel, and then you get to win something. So the gamify behind it, that's so much better for me than just a boring checklist, because consistency and discipline for me is like the bottom. Like I'm the worst.
For me too.
Like I can't do it, but now I get to compete. Competition for me is number 2. I see all y'all on the leaderboard. I'm like, I'm not even on there. Like, how is this even acceptable? So I got to I'm having my husband. I'm like, send me some content, send me some lifestyle. I'm like, send me some pretty backgrounds. I'm like, because this is a lot to do. So I love that feedback, Dana, because people would think, that you're able to do it. If you just joined us, Talia, some of you other guys, put your top 5 in the chat so that Rhonda will be able to use it if you've taken Strength Finders. And I want to do a quick shout out to 2 newbies here. Miss Sue is rocking it out. I would love to see what her strengths are, because this girl is signing people up. She is getting people on 3-way calls. And then Miriam just came into our business, and she just got a new brand partner today. She's rocking and rolling. And so I love to see what people's strengths are, to see what's making making them feel confident to do that, for example. So just high five to both of you guys. And anybody else that's new here that I haven't met yet, we're glad you're here.
Yes, we are. So listen, let me talk about the system for just a minute. Some of you have influencing talents. These are going to be the orangish color on your sheet. Communication, woo, significance, command. I'm trying to think of them in the self-assurance, activator. These are all influencing talents. And a lot of you, this new system is going to be like, it's intuitive for you. You already know how to influence on Facebook. You're already probably very social, and you already know how to space out your posts and not spam people with constant business, right? So the way the system is, they give you, you do 10 posts, but only like one of them is the call to action that mentions your business. And so what this does is it raises you up to where you're present to people, you know, like you're in their face, you're in their feed, you're in their scroll, but you're not selling, right? And then when you do, you're educating, you're posting education posts, you know. So my point here is influencers, those of you dominant as influencing talents, which are going to be the orangey ones on your sheet, this is intuitive for y'all. So just be grateful and go teach somebody else how to do it. Okay. Now, those of you who are executors, you are dominant in the purple. I believe it's still purple. Somebody confirm that for me, because Gallup has changed all the colors and I didn't look.
Let me screen share real quick so people have an idea what this report even looks like. This is Shannon McCullough. Hold on one second. Let me see if I can screen share. This might help. It might be distracting, Rhonda. You just let me know, hon, if I need to not share it or share it. This probably tells you. I wish I had the full report. Okay, here is, okay, can everybody see this is an example of what she's talking about with the colors? Here you go.
Yes, this is Shannon. Okay. So Shannon she has 2 blues, a green, a purple, and another blue. So she's dominant mostly in her relationship and her thinking. Look at all that green below the 5 that's not bolded. She's a thinker, okay? So guess what thinkers do? They think.
What?
Right? And sometimes they overthink. So this tool is going to be an amazing support for them, because they do not have to think. They get to go. See, thinkers need to think about it. And if you have learner, you need 3 hours a day of thinking time and learning time. This is just who you are. Okay. So when you are, when you're a thinker, you can get all caught up in making sure you do it right. Your learner doesn't know enough. You know, these are things that worry you, that prevent you from taking action. So this tool is your godsend. I'm just going to tell you, angels from above sprinkled this system right on you, because you don't have to think it through. You just have to take action. Okay, is that helpful? Does everybody who's dominant in that green? Now, those of you who are dominant in the blue, meaning you have mostly blue in your top 10. Let's just talk about the top 10. You see here with Shannon, she has mostly green, so she's mostly a thinker, okay? So if you are dominant in the blue, you're next in line for this being an amazing tool for you, because sometimes relationship builders can worry about offending. They are the glue, the social glue that holds everybody together. And so they're very careful and prudent about protecting their network, protecting their people, and, you know, making sure people are happy, and they're building those relationships. Okay. So for them, they don't have to think about that and worry about the relationships, because the system was designed to give you action steps appropriate for anybody. Okay, there's one in there for funnies, like you post something funny. Like, who doesn't like funny and needs a little laugh during their day, right? So these are benign things that you don't need to worry about, because your team, the people who created this app, have got an amazing tap on making sure that they have things that create engagement, that are not offensive, right? There ain't gonna be any political stuff going in here, I can promise you, right? So for relationship builders, those of you dominant in the blue, this is going to be very helpful for you. Now, for those of you with purple, dominant in the purple, you are executors. You are getter done people. And I'm going to suggest that one of the reasons why Dana loves this system is because of her achiever talent. She has a clear-cut goal. So those of you with achiever high, you're going to hear me. You have a clear-cut goal, and you hear angels singing because you have check boxes. You have little boxes to check yourself off. Dana, tell everybody what that means to you to be able to check off a box off your list.
It makes me so much more efficient because I don't think about what I need to do. I'm just doing it, right? And just executing it.
So
Yes.
I've got a couple funny stories real quick, how this also can apply to beyond your business.
Yes.
So Miss Rhonda says, if a man has achiever really high and he marries you, that once he gets the golden goose, right, once he buys the cow, he's achieved you. He don't think he needs to date you anymore. He does, like, he's achieved you. So you've got to remind him. I got a couple stories about this assessment. So my husband's harmony is like number 3. He never wants to rock the boat. Harmony for me is like, I don't even think about that. I'm like, we're just getting stuff done. Like, I don't know. So we were having some stuff with the counselor, and there were some things that like I wanted him to adjust or address with the counselor. And he's like getting paralyzed. He said, I shouldn't have to tell the counselor how to counsel us. I was like, oh my gosh, this is disrupting your harmony. You don't want, and he's like, it is. He's like, don't put that on me. And I was like, okay, all right, I understand that. And I've got a quick funny story. Is Talia still here? So me and Susan Frank meet with these 2 girls on our team. And these 2 girls, they're from Columbia. They've got mad potential. They've built in another company, you guys. So this was the second or third meeting, me and Susan Frank. They're still in another company too. We're meeting with them. And we're meeting with this girl, and we're like, you're going to start posting twice a day. This is what we're doing. I mean, this was our second or third meeting where we're both taking an hour or 2 to meet with this girl. We see the potential in her. And so Talia is adorable. Later on, she called me and I said, did you get her posting? Well, I met with her after. And I just really asked her, like, how did it make you feel? Did you feel okay with that? I said, what? She already agreed to do it. And she's like, it's my empathy. My empathy's number 1. I'm sorry.
And she was feeling something,
you
though.
felt it, and you just talked her out of it when she was already nervous, and we were saying, you can do this. It was just so funny because it gave us language, you guys. And it was like, okay, well, we understand there's where that can be a really great benefit. And there's sometimes that's going to slow things down for you. So it's just like fun examples like this, that this stuff really, like, it really does work if we start implementing this. Like, it works. And Susan Frank will call me up now and she'll be like, all right, I need your strategic. What's our strategy on this? Right. And I need her focus. Once I say, okay, this is our strategy. This is what we're going to do. Like this app, how can we focus and bring it down to steps where people are going to do it? So let me show you, if you don't know the app, and like I said, if you're brand new here, do not worry about this app for 90 days. Like, do the system of growth. It is going to make you money. We don't want to get you distracted. But here, Miss Rhonda, I can share it so they understand what we're even talking about if they haven't seen it. So here's kind of this daily workflow of what they're going to need to do.
Right. So you need to create a reel. Okay. Now, some of you will have trouble creating a reel, right? If you're a thinker, if you've got dominant in the green, you are going to agonize over the reel. So we have to come up with a strategy. It says here, you can either create a reel directly, you can either create a reel directly on Facebook. I don't know what that means. Like, you either create it right on Facebook
Yeah,
or you
you
don't.
kind of go, you kind of go in here. Let me see if
Okay, but listen, thinkers, you've got to think faster on this. Like, don't get bogged up in the minutia. Go out and take a picture of a video of the sun. Like,
Yeah.
oh, this is the sun today. Start
that's right.
taking.
It's 6 seconds. And how do you create a reel? We're going to go to Facebook for a second. We're going to go to our homepage. We're going to go right here to, it says, what's on your mind? Reel. We go right here. We can go to camera roll. I have no idea what's even on this, for maybe we can find a video. All right, we're going to just create, we can even select pictures. This is weird. So we're going to delete this. Looks like I had a rash that I started. Oh, there's Cosmo. There's Cosmo. Who cares? Here's pictures. And then we could go processing the video. You add, and here, let's
If you
put some
can
music.
dream it, you can do it. Nothing's too
Perfect.
If you can dream it, you can do it. Nothing's
Okay,
too
loving
far.
life. Who cares what this
You're a
is?
shining
Loving
light.
life.
You're a shooting star. All you need is faith and the will to try.
Next.
Rise up.
So
Eh.
you can do faceless too, though. I want to be able to.
Oh, okay. We should teach that.
Well, it doesn't matter. The point is that you've got to make it easy. And some people are going to they're going to feel it in their body. I'm not doing the real thing, or I can't do a reel, or you know what I'm saying? And what I'm trying to say is that thinkers, those of you with green, lots and lots of green in your top 10, are going to struggle with this, or you could. So some of the strategies is to take video of just your life, you know, of the cute puppy that, or when you're going on a walk, right? So what you're trying to do, understand the purpose of this. This is to make you present to your Facebook people. That's all. It's just to make you real and present with people, okay? So that's what, Susan, you had asked me, which talents are going to find it easy. Those of you with woo, communication, this is like a no-brainer for you, right? So that's why I'm telling you, go help somebody else. Teach this to somebody else who's got lots of green. Susan? You're going to say something.
Somebody's getting nice. I was just curious, out of this group that we have right here, right now, you can unmute. Who does it make nervous to make a reel? Or just raise your hand, or put a 1 in the chat, or unmute and say me, or unmute and say, heck no, that's fine with me. I'm just totally curious. Who feels comfortable to make?
Nervous. No,
Sandy-
I'm nervous.
Sandy's nervous. Okay, so Sandy, we just need to break off and help you and support you and just kind of
Yeah.
break through that nervousness. Anybody else feel nervous to make a reel?
Okay, then we're barking up the wrong tree then.
Well, I don't
Not-
think
okay.
it's that yeah. I was going to say, it's not that I feel nervous. It's not that I feel nervous, but I mean, I can take pictures. I can do like basic reels, but I feel like they talk about make sure that you have words so that if people don't have sound, like mine are always to music, but I don't ever have a message on them. So when Talia talked about making sure that you're real, making sure it has a hook, and you like you have that hook comment so that people
Yeah, we
want.
need Talia to help us with this. Some of
Yeah,
this
so I feel
weekend.
like
Okay, we could do some mini classes with Talia and record those. Okay.
So I just
Yeah,
think
I
that maybe
need
we
some
can write
help.
that. Yeah.
I need some help. I have a dog next door that is a huge pit bull. His name's Roscoe, and I could do videos of him.
Perfect.
I can throw the ball to him and say, hey, look at this. I had a turtle thing that I posted, and I had like over 100 views. I couldn't
Wow.
believe it.
Right?
Where did that come from? I don't
It
know.
came
And it
from
was-
being present. It came from being present. All of a
Yeah.
sudden, you showed up different.
I did. Yes.
And people are like, what's she doing?
Yeah.
What's
It
she
was
doing
an
over there?
aha moment for me.
Yes.
You know, this turtle I was on my scooter going to Publix and saw this thing eating. I
Listen,
stopped and I
people want
videoed
to
it.
know. People want to know what's going on in your life.
Yeah, they
That's
do.
what relationships are built on. It's built
Yep.
on real life, you know. So seeing a turtle or throwing that dog the ball and having him bring it back, and
Oh, you're so sweet. Yeah.
Yes, you can do any of that kind of thing, because what it does is it makes you present to your people. Okay,
There's something, yes,
so
going on in my
often
life.
when we join a network marketing company, so often what happens is we feel like, oh my gosh, now I got to tell everybody, and that's all I can post about. I got to post about my business, post about my business. Guess what that gets you? Hidden.
Nothing.
No, it gets you hidden. Ain't nobody going to watch
Get
that.
you hidden.
No,
Yeah, they're gonna hide
they're
you.
sick of it, you know.
Yes, and so Betty,
Actually.
tell us what does Betty need?
I'm sorry.
Oh, okay,
Oh,
you are
Betty?
Betty. Sorry,
Oh,
you
no,
are
I'm
Betty.
Sandy.
Okay, no,
You're
I'm
Sandy.
Betty
Here's Betty.
Reagan.
Hey, Betty.
Hey, Betty.
Hey, so I really don't know if I'm afraid to make a reel. I'm a very outgoing person, but I'm afraid of how I look.
So
What are your talents?
Can you
Do we
hear
know
me?
your talents?
she's got to take the test.
Yeah, you need to
Yes,
take
I'm
the
working
assessment,
on that
'cause-
now.
Yeah.
So, and I think sometimes we're onto people like that. Like, I think your advice was great. Do the sun, do whatever. Like, I realize we have a cat that fetches. So when you're upstairs working out, I'm gonna show y'all this cat. Watch this cat, y'all. She fetches, brings back a ball. So y'all are gonna
No.
start seeing this Siberian cat all the time. Hold on. See, she knocks it to my husband. He gets it. Watch this. Throws it. Watch, she catches it. She catches it and knocks it back. And she'll bring it
That's
back
great.
to you, all
So
kinds of stuff.
fun.
But think we could just do a bunch of content. Shh, no. We can do a bunch of stuff on her. He's like, I'm going to be in the call, but just kind of stuff like that. That's kind
Bring
of
him in.
entertaining. But we don't even have to worry about being entertaining. The thing is, the algorithms work, you guys, if we just do the list.
Okay. We'll
Yeah,
do it.
and I understand, Betty, you know, that you're afraid of what people, that is fear. Where does it show up in your body? Because that's where you're holding it.
In my face.
Oh.
In your face? You feel something in your face? Tell me about
Well,
that.
I don't know. I turned 70 and I look like I'm much older. I don't know. I just
You do not. I'm 72. We're
Okay,
together,
so
darling.
can I tell y'all that there is an app called Video Up? No, that's not it. I'm sorry. There is an app called Facetune that you can go in and put makeup on yourself. I do it every day. I don't have a lot of makeup on right now, but when I do videos, I put makeup on through an app.
Can you do that after you've made the video, or you need to do the video live with the app?
No, I don't do it live. I do it and then upload.
Oh, you do the video and then you upload and then you can put on makeup from the video?
I put on makeup before I upload it.
Okay. Yeah, I knew that's good.
Yeah. So there are ways, what I'm trying to tell you is just face that reality. Okay. You are absolutely authentic in telling us that. And now look what happened. We gave you a solution. Do you see?
You look gorgeous.
Well, thank
well,
you.
thank you.
You do.
Thank you, all of you. So anyway, my point is that you guys have to come forward with this stuff, because I can tell you which talent of yours, once I know your results, I can tell you which talent is being wigged out and what you can do about it and how it can help you, which is why I'm having to talk in vague terms, like if you're green, heavy on the green, this is how it's going to, because I don't know what your talents are. You know what I mean? I only have a few people here. So what's the next part of the system, Susan? Let's just quickly go over that.
Okay, let me share that. So Robin Haney's here. Robin, put your talents in there. I know you've taken this test. You were at our meeting as well. Okay, let me go back to share screen.
Just-
And-
Or
I
let
am,
the
hey
test.
Susan, I'm driving. As soon as I get home, I can put my stuff in.
Okay, girl. All right. So we
Awesome.
got engaged with the network, reach out to 20 to 40 people in your social media list. Then you post to stories.
So if again, let's just go back. There's certain people that are going to have that may struggle with that, and you're going to have a lot of heavy green in your profile, in your top 10. So if that's the case, you just have to step up and tell us, because then we're going to be able to come up with a solution. Susan has strategic high. She sees at 100,000 feet and can come in and now skillfully give you the solution because she knows what she's dealing with. You understand? She understands what the issue is. And so now we can come up with a solution that's targeted to you, but we can only do that if we know what your gifts are and how you're gifted. All right, post in stories. You know what? You can post your reel in your story, right? Or does it automatically go to stories?
Yeah, you can post it there as well.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And then an entertaining post. If I'm not mistaken, you have a board for this.
Yeah,
right?
we can save it to a board, or we could just save it somewhere else. The entertainment post, share a viral video or a post that has people laughing. I actually struggle with this one a little bit.
Okay, so let me give you a resource. All you have to do is go in and, like, let's say your funnies, the funny things that you want to do have to do with healthcare, health related stuff, right? Since that's your
Okay.
industry, I would encourage you to look at something. So all you have to do is go to Google and type in the word something like cartoons health related. And you will find all sorts of things. I know this because I work with a naturopathic doctor and I manage her social media page. And so I have to go every Monday. She posts a funny, right? That this engages her people and they can laugh at themselves and others, maybe, And so it's just a little funny. So that's where you can go and get people on not Instagram, Pinterest have got gazillion
Okay.
millions
Okay, that's a
and
good idea. I
millions.
didn't know where to find that. I'm struggling
Mhm.
with that one. Okay, so we could do cartoons, health related, go in Pinterest, funny videos, funny post.
Yeah, if you're into gardening, post a gardening funny, like try to stick with your interests, because the people who are interested, that's, bringing on a whole another little group of people into you, right? So think about, like, I'm not going to post something funny about drag racing. Like, I have no interest. It's not even something I'm going to look up. So you can look up in your areas of interest and be able to find lots and lots. You just have to Google cartoons or funny, graphics or something, funny memes. That's the other one, funny memes, Susan.
Okay, funny memes. Okay, we can do that. I can save that. Okay.
So this says share content in groups. This is referring to posts on your wall.
So you make a post and then you go find that post and you go share it in a group. So I could, like, look at it on my Facebook. So here's my Facebook. And I could go down here and say, I could not have said this better myself. We all struggle with that. Doesn't mean we can show love. When somebody helps you, they're struggling too. That's help, not love. So I'd go right here, share.
Yeah.
And I'm going to go, y'all see at the bottom, share to group. Everybody's members of things. So I would, okay, let's put it here. Happy Holistic Friends. I might get new followers from that. I'm going to go share it to a couple more groups.
It's not just about getting new followers. It's also about being present in the group, right?
Okay.
And building your reputation within a group so that in the event that you find a post where somebody's saying, hey, I really need help with my hormones are out of whack, you're like, you already have presence in the group. This is the purpose of bringing your content into groups is so that you develop presence. So find 2 or 3 groups that you can build relationships in. And that means that you don't just share your daily post, but you actually go through and you start commenting on other people's posts. You like other people's posts. You become present in that group. And you should be able to get it done in like 10 minutes, getting into 5 different groups, Susan, right?
Okay, yeah. Yeah, so I should go back to those groups like Rhonda's saying after this call, go through and comment on some other people's posts and be active.
Yes, because you want people, in order to get those followers, like what Susan just said, maybe I'll get some followers. Yes, you will, but only if you develop presence and you start to contribute to the group about what you know about anything. It could be about, I don't know, anything. Whatever it is in the group, right? You just become a contributor. You want to get that little badge that says contributor, right? So that's why I'm saying don't just spam your groups. Actually go in there and start building by contributing your gifts.
Okay, that was news to me. So I'm learning.
That's my suggestion.
Because I'm like, let's just do the checklist. Boom, boom, boom. Okay.
Well, what I'm trying to suggest is ways to enhance the checklist.
Absolutely. This is great.
Okay, so the education part, this should be very easy for y'all because your skinny drops handle about 8 different things, right? You've got sleep, you've got hormones, you've got what? 8, there's a bunch, right? Go search articles. All you have to do is type in sleep, articles about getting better sleep. Now you've got about a dozen articles about getting better sleep. So this is an education. This is where you step into being an educator on those 8 main things that the skinny drops help with. Right, Susan? Do you hear what I'm saying about that?
Yeah. So we don't always have to say sleep, fire, renew. Our renew helps with sleep. But maybe if you do 4 posts on sleep, then hey, by the way, we have something great that helps with sleep. Add in a little testimonial with somebody. Add in a little bit of information with renew. Wouldn't you think, Rhonda? That's kind of how we drip it in there.
I would say that you would do that according to the responses you get.
There you go.
So you're getting, you posted an article on getting better sleep and and let me just tell you a secret. Questions increase engagement. So on your education post, you say something like, has anybody heard about this 4-hour a night sleep schedule? I'm making this up. There is a process where people sleep only 4 hours a night, whatever it is, right? But you're going in, have you ever heard of this? You want to try to add a question to any of your posts that you make, because what that does is you're saying, hey, tell me what you think. And you're implying interest of the other person. Okay, so that's on your education. And then your motivate post, share a few sentences from your something or other. You already sleep 4 hours a night? Yeah, you must have ideation in your top 5 because I don't get a lot of sleep either. Motivate post could be a quote. I'm going to give you another little tip here. If you go to your Google and you type in motivation posts, motivational quotes, you will get a bazillion of motivational quotes. So take a quote it, and then say a word or two. Like, gosh, I love this, or does, again, I'm struggling here because you want to try to ask a question, right? Does anybody what do you think of this? This was profound to me. It can be simple, right? But you're motivating. So use other people's stuff, right? Which is other people's quotes as motivational. You don't have to reinvent the wheel again. And there are plenty of organizations out there that do videos that are motivational. I can't remember them off the top of my head, but that's, another thing. Susan, was there one more thing? What was after motivation?
Motivational posts and then lifestyle. What's your lifestyle? Yeah.
Yeah, so, you come in the door and you're going to try a new recipe. That can be a lifestyle. You bought a new couch. That can be a lifestyle post. You can ask about new pillows. You can post your Christmas tree, your Thanksgiving meal. Take a picture. You ask a question. Do you like sweet potatoes or white potatoes best for Thanksgiving? Okay, again, these are engagement lifestyle posts that have to do with your life, but you're just engaging people in ways that make them respond, that make them want
Yeah.
to respond. That's the whole point of all of this, Susan.
And,
Yeah?
and don't overthink it, you guys. Like, set a time limit. I'm gonna put this much time in it and crank it out first thing in the morning, or at least like crank out some of those. And if some of y'all have got better tips, you can. And I did find Robin Haney's strengths. Her strength is number 1, adaptability, number 2, achiever, number 3, futuristic, number 4, developer, number 5, positivity, followed by empathy, focus, responsibility, harmony, and learner.
Wow, look at that.
There.
Yeah,
Okay.
very
Achiever,
much. You're very
futuristic,
much blue,
developer.
aren't you, Robin? You're a
I guess I'm
relationship
still
builder.
learning all this. Oh, I am definitely a relationship builder. Yes.
Yes, you can see that in her
And
adaptability.
it's good. Like last night we had a drop talk over at her house, and I realized like she really is great. I got chills with building relationships with these people, like on her team, and just spending a little bit of time with these ladies. I'm like, wow, Robin is really great at that. Like, I'm not great at that, like I'm kind of an activator, but if she needs me to get things going on her team, like I can activate and move it along. But there are some people that are really great. What does adaptability and what does developer really mean, Rhonda?
So people who are really strong in adaptability are very flexible. They anticipate that things are going to change. They just know they have no problem with change. In fact, they lead
Oh,
other
that's great to
people
know. Okay.
in change. Yes. And so they move other people forward, because when change comes upon us, what do we do usually? Right?
Okay, so she's going to be great as part of this implementation team for the app, Robin, because this don't stress you out.
No, I
she
mean, it
doesn't
just
change.
it takes me time to kind of go through it in the beginning, but yeah, once I've started doing it today
It's
for the
like no
first
big deal.
time, it seems pretty easy, and all the little tips that you're given. So
Right. So your adaptability leads during times of change. That's what happens, is whenever the change comes upon us, whatever it is, right? In the business we're talking about today, but whatever that is, you quickly adapt and move everybody. Everybody else starts to follow you, because they're like, well, Robin's not upset about it, so we're going to move forward. And the other beautiful talent you have here, your developer, you sense and know how to develop other people. You see potential. Now, sometimes you give people too many chances.
that is definitely.
I love you enough to tell you that you need a 3 strikes, you're out. And here's why. Because there are people lined out in the streets and wrapped around the building that need to be developed.
Well, and she has harmony and empathy. So she's definitely going to be, but luckily she kind of has includer like way down low. So I would see that right. Like she doesn't have, everybody doesn't have to be inclusive. She don't have to be inclusive of everybody.
Right. But she needs help letting go of low performers, Robin.
And I'm interested to see, like with your adaptability developer, her activator is almost at the bottom for her. So
that's okay.
What can I help her do to like move it quicker? Because she wants to move quick. Do I need to do anything to help her move quicker?
It's just for you, Robin. I want to talk to you like you're here, right? Because you are. So for you, it occurs to me that you're big with the harmony and the empathy and the developer. Like that's like a relationship trifecta that's beautiful when it operates in strength. When it operates in weakness, not so much, right? Because you pour all of your energy and resources, you could Okay, you could. This is the potential negative. You could pour all of your resources into low performers. Okay, so that's why I'm suggesting that you have a 3 strikes you're out rule. Like that needs to be the rule. Like a hard, it's like your achiever will be able to handle this. The rest of you cannot. It's too painful to let people go, right? Am I right?
Oh, for me?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
Right? So your achiever has to remember that you have other people to develop wrapped around the building that you are going to bless and release after 3 strikes. And that, what I mean by strikes is they commit to something and then they don't do it.
Right. Okay.
Or they do it this much. See, this much is enough for your developer to hear angels singing. Right? So
Right. Exactly. Like, oh yeah, there they go.
yeah, so
There.
you might need a maximizer in your life. You're probably
Okay.
married to one. You're probably married to one, I'm just going to say, because opposites tend to attract. And so you need a maximizer who can tell you when you are wasting your time. Or someone high in individualization who can also sense, they intuitively sense where, how people are going to get going.
I hear all the time from my husband, don't confuse activity with accomplishment.
Okay, so do you listen to him when he tells you that, or you're like,
No, it's true. It is true because I find myself, and he says it about himself, but I mean, for me, it does ring a bell because I can start doing something, and that's probably the ADHD in me. That was my meme today. It was like a girl strapped to her dishwasher. And because I started unloading and then I sat down and I started doing some of the daily workflow, and like the dishes are everywhere.
Or the cabinets are still open. The cabinets.
Yes.
Kevin's walking behind me, closing the cabinets. I was like, "Oh, sorry."
The girl is like literally like belted to the dishwasher, so she like finishes the task.
It's fun. And Joey French is saying, "Oh my gosh, this is me. This is me." Side messaging me saying, "Yeah, everything Rhonda's saying about Robin. This is some
But
of
I
the
can see
stuff
that's true because as a former
struggle with."
teacher, I taught and I was like the lead teacher, and one of the things that they would say in my admin is she's a quiet leader. So I kind of tend to let people do their own thing because I don't want
That's
to
good.
pressure too much, but I it can be a fault because I let people go too far sometimes.
You do. And so your husband is already speaking life into you. So I'm just going to suggest that this is the truth. It's hard for you to let go because you see that little bitty potential. You see
Right.
it, and you're like, ooh, they're going to do it. They're going to do it. And they don't. Right? This is why 3 strikes, bless and release. Because that way you can go get somebody else, because there are people who desperately need developing, right? But there are also people who are low performers. They just don't get it, right? Okay, so
Thank you.
You're welcome. Is that helpful? Lori,
It
I
is.
can't wait for you to take this assessment, Lori. It's going to be great. So what we're doing again is trying to help everybody be in the system and use the system, follow the system, and recognize the energies around why they struggle and which areas they struggle in, so that we can have an intervention, so that you can have a 3-way call because you suck at this one thing, or you start to feel stuff. I'm sorry, did you have something? I can't hear you. I think you're muted. Sandy, are you talking to me? Is Sandy talking? I think she's muted.
Oh, okay.
Oh, no, I'm back.
There you are. Okay, say again. I didn't hear any of that you said.
Oh, I was talking to a friend.
Oh,
Sorry.
she wasn't even talking to me. Okay, never
No.
mind. I'm looking at the screen and I'm trying to interpret.
Melissa Straka, we got 2 more minutes here, you guys. Melissa, did you put your strengths in here? Because she sent hers to me, and I've got a question for you about Melissa. So let me see. So Melissa's top 5 are includer, positivity, futuristic, significance, and belief. And this girl right here, we went through her tree today. she doesn't have activator, which surprises me greatly because we'll be with her tree and I'll be like, well, we should send this person a message. She's like, hang on. She gets on there. She's like, okay, let's talk to him. And like, we're sending people messages, we're calling people. And I'm like, I cannot believe that activator is not in your top 5. You are more of an activator than me. Like, she'll be like, no, let's get it done right now. Let's do it.
It was because you were there.
So
I
just,
think.
and I said, I think we just need to work together like this a lot. Melissa, do you have any feedback for that?
What was her last one? Significant, and what was the other one?
So she was includer, positivity, futuristic, significance, and belief.
Belief. Okay, gotcha. I didn't hear that last one. So it's probably because you were there. Melissa, did you feel super included when you were working with Susan?
Yeah, yes.
It's
like
her
I need
includer.
her voice. Like I have all the things, but she has the words.
Includer, just so you know, people high in includer are good at including people on the outside. They notice people on the outside. And I just want to thank you, Melissa, because I don't.
Yeah, exactly. It's
So
a skill.
I'm never going to go get those people on the outside. I don't even see them. I mean, it feels terrible for me to admit that. But you know what? I know who I am and I know who I'm not, and both are okay. So thank you very much for going and picking up all those stragglers on the outside.
And it's great for me to know just like that. She really gets fueled by that. So we need to have more of her team. You know what I mean? We just need to do that multiple times a week and have more of your team, Melissa, so that we're all doing it at you know what I mean? At the same time, because Melissa will be like, I'll get them on the phone. I'm like, dang, you're braver than me. Okay.
It's because she was included with you, Susan. So Melissa, that's a clue, right? You want to work with other people and you want to be included in conversations on teams. And that's how you work best, is when you are included and you go off and pick up all those other people because you want them to be included too.
This is why you'll be great at this app, helping with the app and including your team with this app and getting them something new to be excited about.
Awesome. Is that helpful, Melissa? Does that sound like what we're talking about?
Yeah, yes, it does.
Okay, perfect. So we're going to change this meeting, you guys, to every Tuesday. Should we do every Tuesday at 5 or 6? Is 5 too early?
5 works well for me.
It works best for me too.
Works best for you. Okay, 5 o'clock on Tuesdays. I'll put it on the team calendar. I got to Zoom. We got to sign somebody up. We got to build this business, guys. So thank y'all for coming. If you haven't taken the test, take the test and send it to me. And then just have your tests ready on Tuesdays. Include anybody else in your team, like Betty. It would be great, like Karen, like we would love for her to be included in this and find out, just so we can see like what she needs. Like this is all about, look, I feel like I got some support. Like, what does she need? What can we do to help her? You know what I mean? What we can do to be successful. So Sue, Lori, I can't wait to see all of y'all's tests. So do your testing.
Wait.
Okay. Yes, I can't wait too. And Karen,
3.
Yeah, so perfect. All right, guys. See you later. Thank y'all.
Okay, good night.
Thank you. Good night.
Bye, guys. Let me stop recording.